Recording in progress.
Okay, according to my clock, we've hit 4 o'clock. So I'd like to welcome everybody to this September 11th Catholic Regional District Board meeting. I want to recognize we're holding the meeting on the traditional territory of the Tla'amin Nation. We have an agenda in front of us. I don't know of any changes to the agenda. Does anybody have any changes? If not, I get somebody to the motion. Directors McCormick and Gisborne, thank you very much. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Motion carries. We have no minutes to adopt or delegations or unfinished business. We have 2 items of correspondence. Does anybody have any motions to be made regarding these items? If not, well, we do have 7.1 has already been pulled. So we do have business arising from correspondence regarding a letter of support for the City of Powell River's application to the Canada Community Building Fund Strategic Priorities Fund for grant funding regarding the aquatic center improvements. How do we wish to proceed?
Recommendation.
Thank you, Directors McCormick and Elliott. Any discussion? Director Gisborne and Director Elliott.
Yeah, is this the same grant funding that we did a motion for in August in relation to the Lund Waterworks and that same funding stream? Okay, I'm seeing some nods. I guess that brings up the next question, which was in August when we dealt with the Canada Community Building Fund, I think we prioritized them based on, like, I think it was like Lund and so on and so forth. And I guess my question is, if we send a letter of support, how does that affect our grant application for the Lund water system?
Corporate Officer.
Thank you, Chair. So the City of Powell River is a separate entity and can submit their own grants. So they're able to submit 3 grants under this. And I don't know that it would affect ours.
As a follow-up, because I do recall there was some discussion in relation to Tla'amin's request for a letter of support or like a joint support for the active transportation between Tla'amin and Wildwood. And I think it was kind of like, hey, when we get grants for our region, whether it's regional district, city, or Tla'amin, the federal government might take that into consideration of like, okay, well, we already gave it for this within the region, whether it's Tla'amin or the regional district. So that's where I'm just kind of hung up of, we do have this big issue with the Lund water system, but we also have the recreation complex that needs a new roof apparently, but I'm not part of that conversation.
Director Elliott.
Thank you. So I wanted to just provide some information to the board, and that is that the rec center roof has been part of our rec center plan for upgrading things that require, and we've done a study, and the original quote that they put forward was affected by new things that they found, corroded and so forth. And so they'd had to go get another look at what needs to be done. And they now know what that is. And it exceeds the budget that we have for the rec center roof. And it's mainly over the swimming pool area that was the issue. And so the swimming pool requires the roof to get repaired as soon as possible. A lot of you who go there might have noticed there's a lot of degrading of the roof. Even on the inside. And so it's been a priority for quite some time now. And this would allow us to be able to afford the project for the roof.
Okay, thanks very much. Any other comments? Seeing none, we'll call the question. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries, none opposed. Moving on to consent agenda. Does anybody want to pull anything from said consent agenda? Only 3 items on it. I see no hands. Would somebody like to move it? Directors Gisborne and Elliott, thank you. All in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Thanks. BYLAWS 12.1, rescind adoption of temporary borrowing bylaw 603. Would somebody like to read that out for me? Director Elliott.
Oh, sorry. Oh. You don't have, this is not actually rescinding the bylaw. This is just providing notice that we're going to do it at October 7th. So you don't have to.
Oh, okay. So that's just.
So I can do that. I won't do anything.
Okay, so we're just forwarding it. Okay. So I Director Elliott, I assume you've moved it. Can we get a seconder? Director Gisborne, thank you. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Unanimous. New business. Powell River Public Library Proclamation Request, Library Month, October 2025. Director Elliott,
I move that we
Second.
endorse the proclamation.
thank you. And yeah, seconded by Director Fall. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? None opposed. This is going really well, swimmingly.
Read out the proclamation now?
Well, probably do it, yeah, that was a question. Do we read it now or do we read it at the Rise and Reports?
Well, probably it.
You could read it now if you wanted to.
Up here? Okay, Library Month. Whereas libraries foster lifelong learning, ensure equitable access to information and tools needed to live, learn, and work, enable people to connect with others, foster the development of ideas and a broader awareness of each other, and inspire behavior based on understanding and dialogue, which are crucial to the success of diverse communities. And whereas the Catholic Regional District places great value on lifelong learning opportunities, the continuous building of skills and knowledge throughout a person's life, both formal and informal. And whereas the public libraries, school libraries, and post-secondary library located in the Catholic Regional District add immensely to the culture, creativity, and professional, personal, and academic growth of residents by promoting and supporting lifelong learning. And whereas libraries enhance the quality of life for everyone, and library staff, board members, and volunteers contribute to vibrant, resilient, and inclusive communities. Now, therefore, I, Clay Brander, Chair of the Catholic Regional District Board of Directors, do hereby proclaim October 2025 as Library Month in the Catholic Regional District. So, it has been proclaimed. Question period.
Chair Galinsky from the Peak here. You've been so blasted efficient that I just don't have any questions. Thank you very much.
Not just me, it's everybody here at the table doing it as well. So, I guess we do have an in-camera session just prior to going into said in-camera session, because I know we lose some people when we do that. I just want to mention the conversation with Marie Wilson that is happening next week, September 20th, 4 to 7 p.m. at the Evergreen Theater. I believe mailers have been sent out to community members, and I encourage everybody to go to it. So, that being said, would somebody like to read the going in-camera motion?
Sure.
Thank you, Director Gisborne.
I'll move that the board, I move that the board move in camera and the meeting be closed to the public on the grounds that the subject matter to be considered relates to matters covered by the community charter under section 91A, personal information about an identifiable individual who holds or is being considered for a position as an officer, employee, or agent of the regional district or another position appointed by the regional district. C, labor relations or other employee relations, and J, information that is prohibited or information that if it were presented in a document would be prohibited from disclosure under section 21 of the Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act, and then the consideration of whether a board meeting should be closed under a provision of this subsection or subsection 2.
Thank you. Seconded by Director Southcott. Any discussion? Being none, all in favor? Motion carries. We're going in camera.
Recording in progress.
Okay, we are back from our in-camera session. And I would like to invite Roger up here. Roger Whitaker, do you want to come up to the, I guess, the delegates post? You got a minute? Sorry to pull you away from your
Go right down there.
job over there, yeah. We as a board, thank you very much. We as a board would just like to, lost it here now, what did I do? We want to recognize all the time and effort that you have put in as the IT TV that's Powell River, the many years of dedicated service, and we'd like to thank you for that time. Just to speak to the board, speak to the people out here, Roger's forward thinking propelled our regional district to adopt a live streaming option in 2016, and his efforts have drastically improved our ability to reach our citizens and improve our board's transparency. Roger's commitment to live streaming also paved the way for us to adapt to the unexpected and ensure that we were able to deliver our core meeting services to our region, even through the COVID-19 pandemic. That in particular was a huge benefit, not just for those who are watching these broadcasts, but also for the directors who chose to attend these meetings remotely. So we're very grateful for your support over the years. We wish you the utmost success in your future endeavors. And we have a card and a small gift of appreciation that I'd like to come over and just hand it off to you.
Here, 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 here.
Here, here.
Very much for your service. Thanks a lot.
May I
Roger.
say something?
Please go ahead.
If I can. So, thank you very much, Chair and directors and staff.
It's okay, take your time.
The staff here, including CEO Radke, acting CEO Ms. Jones, have treated me exceptionally gracefully over the last 9 or 10 years, and it's been really, really good. There's been successive boards and the various board stuff. And in the very act of release here is done with grace and gentleness, which I greatly appreciate. So I want to thank the board and the staff members for all that. Thank you.
Thank you again for all the time and the energy that you put into this position. You will be missed around here.
Thanks, Raj.
Thanks, Roger.
And with that, we are adjourned. Thanks very much, everybody.
Woohoo.
You're cruel.